Good evening, where it is here. I just wanted to make a video to give my initial thoughts on this Hidoes C6, which I bought, because it's literally just launched as far as I can tell, and so there's no reviews out there apart from the official ones, and so I just wanted to give some thoughts. So I bought it through eBay, because it has quite good protections in place, and there was an Amazon listing, but it didn't have any reviews yet, so I thought with eBay I can trust the seller, and so I've literally only had it, I've ridden it for like 15 minutes, but I just want to give my initial thoughts because, as I say, there's nothing out there. I haven't tried it out yet, but the design where you lift up the seat to get the battery out, that seems like it might be a bit of a pain. And the fact that the rear light isn't connected to the main battery, that's a bit annoying. But the front light works off the battery. If I hold, let me remember which one it is. Yeah, works pretty well. Yeah, I'll have to try it going down. We have a really dark track here. I'm filming this in Norwich. We have a really dark track called Marritt's Way, literally pitch black. So I'd be eager to test it out. But as you can see, you know what? I think that would actually get you by. And so some other initial thoughts. The two teething issues I've run into immediately are, for starters, it could be to do with something with the way I've configured it. But because this cable run isn't very long, it's actually pulling, it just wants to pull ever so slightly to the left. I wonder, look, you can even kind of see it there. So that's okay. It is what it is. I'm sure I'll be able to figure that out. It could be that it's something to do with the way I've configured this handlebar, but I don't really see initially what I could have done wrong, to be honest with you. The brakes work pretty good out of the box. They're ever so slightly rubbing, but I think that's just the way because it's quick release, there's probably a bit of a trial and error you can make to get the alignment exactly right. I mean, that's to be expected. That's something I can sort myself. Rear light, pretty, as I say, I'm not happy that it runs off battery, but that's pretty good. And I did look, there are some, I'm looking into, I've only just got it, but I'm looking into seeing if you can run it off the front power, because you can buy on Amazon splitters. And so I don't know whether that would decrease the voltage and make the lights run less bright, but that was something I was looking into. So, teething issue number one, pulls ever so slightly to the left. Teething issue second, the top speed. You know, this is a legal bike, so 15 miles an hour. I said legal, to be clear. 15 miles an hour, 15.5, 25 kilometers an hour. They have sneakily included, I believe that's a little bit you can connect to throttle, but I'm opting not to do that. I've actually kind of bought this bike because I want to be legal. That being said, 15 miles an hour is a bit slow. You get up to it immediately and you're like, oh. So I'm already trying to see, you know, for off-road use, if there's a way I can up that a bit, because that would be quite nice, but yeah. So, I mean, to be honest, those are the two. As I say, brake pads rubbing a tiny bit, but honestly, pretty solid bike. The paint job, we'll have to see how that lasts. I did notice, I was nicking it ever so slightly, even when just, cutting off zip ties. So we'll see how it holds. It was kind of what drew me to it was the colour scheme. This looks similar to a cargo bike that is 1,500 or whatever. Or more, to be honest. Doesn't have front suspension. There are some weird... The listings sometimes say that it has front suspension, which is, I think they've copied and pasted it from a different listing. That's, I don't know what to make of that. So you do feel, I'm coming from a bike with front suspension. You do feel it ever so slightly. It is what it is. I'll get used to it. I would be kind of interested to see if you could fit someone on the back with the seat, but I've yet to trial that. Feels really sturdy, to be honest. You do need the key in it to have the battery on, as far as I can tell, so I'm gonna have to get into the habit of remembering to pull the key out, because otherwise I think, am I right in thinking that means someone could nick my battery? Yeah, it would do if I leave the key in. So there's some habits I've got to get used to coming from my old bike, but to be honest, as I say, for the money, looks pretty good. Riding position is pretty good. Brakes are pretty good. I'm coming from a bike which which was easier to get going. I won't say for what reasons, but so this one you have to pedal, but it feels quite light. It feels, coming from the bike I'm coming from, look, I can probably lift this. Yeah, look, I lifted that with one arm just then. And for the rigidity of the bike, I think it claims it's like 25 kilograms, so pretty good. I'm impressed, and I should say I'm 5'8", 5'8 and a half riding height. For me, this works. I wouldn't want to say what riding height you could get up to. Perhaps the top end of 6 foot. That's a complete guess though. So I don't really know what else there is to be said. The gear ratio, I would perhaps like, again, this is literally a 15 minutes total riding experience, but gear ratio, perhaps I would like this one to be bigger so that you can pedal harder, because at 15 miles an hour, you get some pedaling out of it. Oh, look, and it's also switched itself off. I'll hopefully I can get back to you, whoever may be watching this, with the range. And if anyone's seeing this, leave me any questions. This is very impromptu, and to be honest, it was quite a track getting this through no fault of the buyer. It's just the seller I bought it from shipped it via FedEx, and FedEx don't really give you a exact time window, so I had to work from home to receive this, which was a bit annoying. But leave any reviews, any questions you may have, and I hopefully will post another video with my thoughts.